Hey, Teddy, it's Joe Person at The Athletic. Just kind of wondered your sense. I know y'all been out there a couple weeks. We just got out there yesterday. Your sense of how practices have gone, especially putting the pads on today.
And it was great. It feels like football is here. We're in pads. Guys are flying around. And just being able to practice the past couple of weeks, it's been great. The tempo, the energy, everything. You watch tape, you see guys flying around. You stand on the sideline, you see guys communicating. And those are some of the steps that you have to take to be a successful football team. You have coaches flying around. And I'm watching practice like, man, who's this guy? And it's a coach. You're thinking it's a player. So you feel the energy from top to the bottom, and it's great.
It's Josh Graham, Sports Up Giant. Teddy, mentioning the coaches flying around and the energy and up-tempo. You've been with 3 other teams. How much different is this?
The beautiful part about this league is nothing stays the same. No team is the same. And, you watch us, and we're doing some things that, we didn't do when I was in my previous places. But the one thing I can say is we're bringing that energy. We're feeling coach's energy every day. He talks about the brand, and guys having their process. And, from the time we finish stretch, hey, you have to, turn that switch on and be ready to compete. Coach is a guy who gets the best out of everyone. And I'm glad to be a part of this team with Coach, just to continue to push myself, push the guys in the locker room every day.
Hey, Teddy, David Newton with ESPN.com. A lot's been made about how much speed you've got around you. But you also hear some people saying, well, how is Teddy going to get the ball to the guys down deep because he doesn't have a great touch with deep? What do you say to that, and why do you think that's been kind of put a label put on you?
Man, I think we got a real solid 4x4, 4x1, whatever you want to do. We can line it up. I think I might actually make the lineup, that 4x1. I've been working on my speed also, but we have guys who can fly across the field, and I'm excited, to be in this offense, and be able to use those guys, in different ways and find different ways to get those guys the ball.
Hey, Teddy. This is put, of course, on Christian at running back, but what are you seeing out of some of the other guys in that group, whether it's a lesser-known Division II player like Trenton Cannon or someone like Jordan Scarlett and so forth?
It's a group that works extremely hard every day. Those guys are true pros. And Christian sets a great example for those guys in that room. And every day you watch those guys practice, they're helping each other, they're competing against each other, but at the same time, they're helping this team become a better football team. And, they're making themselves become better men and better football players. So just watching those guys work every day, it's a smart group, a group that's very athletic. And, I can't wait to just get those guys going.
Hey, Teddy, Will here with Fox 46. Good to see you again, buddy. Obviously, you could only learn so much in the Zoom. Is there anything that kind of caught you off guard when you got on the field, and especially today putting on the pads about this team that you didn't know going into it?
Yeah, man. You sit around and you watch Zoom meetings and you install virtually, and it's totally different. You get around the guys every day. You watch guys, process every day when they come into the building, and how they prepare themselves for each day of practice. You take notes and you learn, okay, this guy, he's elite for a certain reason. There's certain things that he's doing to make himself this much of a better player. So being around the guys each and every day, coming into work, learning these guys, learning their process and seeing what it takes to make them truly special players, that's been standing out to me.
Is there anything in particular? Sorry, just one follow up on that. Is there anything in particular where you saw Christian do something, or Curtis or DJ or whoever do anything you're like, dang?
Everyone's process is different, man. And, I think, you take your hats off to those guys. They could be around here sitting around just wasting time, but, they're all finding different ways to make themselves better and to prepare themselves for each day. So, you watch Christian, whether it's doing some Eldoa stretching and things like that. I make fun of it, but we've been able to use it these past couple of weeks, and you watch Christian and you understand, okay, why he's able to put his foot in the ground and he's so flexible and he's able to just change direction and things like that. So I give credit to Christian and his Eldoa.
Hey, Teddy, this is Miles Simmons from Panthers.com. What difference do you think that it made, with you having some familiarity with the offensive system coming in, as opposed to maybe not having it, because you're the quarterback and, that makes you the commander of the offense?
I think it made a huge impact for us. Joe, he was able to just, continue to pick things up, where we left off a couple of years ago. And, he's not having to teach it to me for the first time. So it's been beneficial because now I can, along with Jake, and Matt Lombardi, be an assistant, a help to the other quarterbacks in the room. And, just the other guys on this team. I know how this offense is supposed to look. And, we have expectations. And, with me having some experience in this system with Joe, we expect things to look a certain way.
Teddy, Mike Solarte with Spectrum News 1. Good to see you. You kind of going back to Will's question about being in pads for the first day today. Does it finally start to kind of feel like football because of 2020 and Zoom meetings and no OTAs and the slow ramp up and being in shorts and shirts for the first bit of camp?
Yeah, it definitely it's definitely starting to feel like football right now. And, the guys are pretty excited, just sitting at home, watching an iPad, not really feeling the person's energy, it's very, iffy. Of course you want to maximize, and adapt to the situation that we're in, but at the same time, it's nothing like being in person and communicating with guys, feeding off their energy, seeing what motivates guys each and every day. So it's definitely starting to feel like football. And we put the pads on, and the guy was flying around. You could feel that energy from top down with Coach Rule, demanding greatness out of everyone, and it's a fun time.
Following up on that, if you don't mind, seeing Coach Rule I don't know if you saw Coach Rule in the bubble doing a defensive drill today, going through I don't know if you saw that, but I mean, what is his energy like? It seems like it's almost contagious that a lot of guys should kind of pick that up.
Yeah, it's definitely contagious, man. You feel him wherever you are in the building, on the field. He's screaming, he's loud, he's running around, he's hooting and hollering. Sometimes he talks too much, but no, he's a guy, man. He's a great motivator, and he's getting the best out of everyone right now.
Teddy, Nick Carboni from WCNC Charlotte, talking about the first day of pads. I mean, this is like 2 or 3 weeks after that would normally happen. Obviously, it's an abnormal year, but now you're about 3 or 4 weeks away from the first game. So compared to where you would want to normally be right now as a team, what are your kind of feelings on where you guys are in this part of the process?
The beautiful part about all of this is guys have been pros throughout the entire process. Whether we had to, put on pads 2 weeks from now or we put on pads 3 weeks ago, guys have been true pros about it. Guys have been smart. The good thing about these guys, we have a bunch of pros who know how to take care of their bodies and, do whatever is necessary to prepare themselves for the next day. So, like I said, whether it was 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks from now, we have a group of pros who, know how to adjust and just adapt to every situation that's thrown at us.
Hey, Teddy, it's Josh from the Riot Report. Last year, you were a backup. You know what it's like to be ready when your number's called. What are you seeing from the other 2 quarterbacks that are on the roster, Will Greer and PJ Walker? And what are you trying to impart to them as a leader of the team?
Just always stay ready. I shared a message with those guys a couple of days ago about how when my opportunity came last year against the Rams and I wasn't prepared. And I had my mind made up that, man, I was behind Drew Brees. The previous year, he never missed a game. Man, I'm never going to play. That was my mindset. But and you can always talk the talk about, hey, man, I'll be ready when my number is called. But you never know until that opportunity presents itself. And that's something that I told those guys that, man, after that game against the Rams last year, like I was embarrassed. I had to hear it from my family. I had to hear it from the fans and just everyone. And I told myself I never want to experience that again. So my message to those guys was just, always stay ready. It's easy to say, oh, man, I know this, I know that. But when you're out there in live action, are you truly ready? So for those guys, I'm excited to be in the same room with those guys. Those guys work extremely hard. Will and PJ, they're doing a great job of just, taking coaching from Jake, learning this offense and applying it to the football field.
Teddy, Scott Fowler from the Charlotte Observer, not to belabor that, but since you brought it up, why were you embarrassed exactly, and what about that moment? I know you played very well after that. What made you not ready for that particular game?
Yeah, I was embarrassed because I put out some awful football, and I knew that at the end of the day, there's so many people who believe in me. When I'm out there on the field, there are 10 other guys in the huddle who expect me to, I always say we're hope dealers, and our job is to sell hope and deliver. Well, when I had my opportunity, I didn't deliver, and I was truly embarrassed. And I think it was on national TV or something like that. And, for me, I like to, stay ready. And like I said, I was talking the talk, saying that, hey, man, I'm ready. But when opportunity finally came, I wasn't. And it was more so, like I said, my mind was made up, man. I was behind Drew Brees. I'm never going to get an opportunity. But after that day, he just woke me up and opened my eyes and told me that, man, no matter how prepared you think you are, you never know until the opportunity presents itself.
Teddy, Dick Cox with Cox Sports Broadcasting. How do you feel being one of the new faces of the Carolina Panther franchise and going into the season knowing you're the starting quarterback?
I'm excited. This is an opportunity that, I've been praying for the past couple of years, and to finally be, here in Charlotte with these guys in this city. I'm excited. I'm excited for what's in store for us. I'm excited that every day I get to come to work, with a group of men who want the best out of themselves, who put this team before themselves. And, we have a bunch of servant leaders, and that's what Coach talks about, guys who are willing to sacrifice, the individual success for the betterment and the betterment of this team. And that's what, I'm here for. I'm here to, just continue to be the best player that I can be, help elevate guys and take their game to the next level and just win football games.
Hey, Teddy, Jonathan Alexander with the Charlotte Observer. Hope you're doing well, man. I'm wondering, after that moment that you say you got embarrassed, like, how did you better prepare yourself, and what did you find was the most efficient way that you may have continued over to today?
Yeah, I had to revamp my process. I had to learn that Drew Brees was Drew Brees for a reason. And I had to truly find my identity again. I thought, man, if I did what Drew Brees did, I'd have Drew Brees success. And after that game, I didn't prepare the way I thought I did. And I told myself, man, I have to find my own process and find something that works for me. And I've been able to do just that the past year and a half, or the past year. And it's been working for me.
Teddy, I know Joe wasn't with the organization during that time.
David,
The two of you connected at all during that stretch? Did he reach out to you, or you reach out to him about what you needed to change in order to really get your head in the game, for lack of a better term, going forward?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
I know Joe was no longer with the organization last year when that opportunity came, but after that game against the Rams, did you reach out to him, or did he reach out to you at all about the work that the two of you had put in and how to really step your game up going forward?
No, Joe was too busy trying to win a national championship. But we used to hit each other up throughout the year. He would, score some touchdowns, and I text him, hey, I know that play, or, good job. And he'd text me, telling me good job and things like that. Have a little Florida connection, South Florida connection. So, that bond has been tight and been strong.
Let's get a couple more for Teddy, guys, then we'll let him on.
Hey, David Newton again. Can you compare how you rate the talent you have around you here compared to what you had with the Saints after seeing them in live practice a few days?
Man, the beautiful part about this league is no team is the same, no organization is the same. Each team has a different set of players who have different skill sets. And just being here, being around these guys right now, like I said, man, we have a team that could compete for a 4x1. And like I said, I'd be the first leg because I'm one of the fastest guys. But it's just a great unit to be around. Everyone talks about, it being a young team, but you hang around these guys long enough and you realize, man, these guys are pros. And these guys, they're hungry. And I'm excited to watch these guys and to be a part of this team and continue to grow.
Eddie, what's the rest of the relay look like after you?
Man, the rest of the relay. All right, I'm gonna go Christian, Robbie, and Curtis. But I might just fake a hamstring injury and put DJ. You know what I mean? I think we'll run a better time, or Jeremy Chin maybe. hey, who knows?
Anything else for Teddy, guys? We might have time for like one more.
I have one. Teddy Mike Solarte again, Spectrum News 1. This is not your first rodeo. You've been around the league, and obviously your injury is well documented. Do you stop and think about your journey at any point and think, man, I'm still persevering, I'm still grinding, I'm still playing, I'm leading another offense? I mean, do you stop and maybe take stock in that? And what are your thoughts when you if you do have a moment to think back? What are your thoughts about that? Because a lot of folks, and you probably know, a lot of folks didn't think you would play football again, and yet here you are in the league and still going and being counted upon.
Yeah, sometimes I might just drift off into thought about some of the things that I've gone through, but I'm so caught up in living in the moment that sometimes it's hard for me to go back and revisit previous moments and experiences. I can say that experience and the things that I've gone through a couple of years ago has helped me become a better man, a better football player, a better teammate. And, I'm thankful that it happened, because who knows, if I would have been the same man who I am today, if it never happened. And then I just sit around and I watch, I jumped on Twitter yesterday and I saw that Alex Smith had received some good news. And it's stories like that motivate me. It's like, man, I know what it took, even though no injury is the same, but I know what it took to be counted out. And just you have that small circle around you who truly believe in you. And that motivates you more than the doubters. Everyone asks, oh man, how did you overcome it? And it was the small circle, of people who believed in me. And that's why when I go out there and I take that field on Sundays, I hold my head up high and I smile. And I'm thankful that, the good Lord gave me another opportunity and that I have that supporting cast that I have. So, things like that, that's what motivates me.
Hey Teddy, since you brought it up, I was wondering, have you reached out to Alex Smith sorry.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Let's finish with you. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, Teddy, have you reached out to Alex Smith or did you plan on doing it?
Yeah, I plan on it. During a time like this, I'm pretty sure he's getting all type of text messages and things like that, congratulating him. But, I like to wait till things die down. And like I said, I was on Twitter. I saw the good news and, it's exciting, man, to overcome the things that he's gone through in the past year and a half, 2 years. I'm extremely excited just for him to, be able to step foot out on the football field. I got to know Alex a couple of years ago during a joint practice in Washington. And, he's an awesome guy. He's a great spirited guy. He's fun to be around. He's a competitor. So I know that, once he's out there, the guys will feel his energy and it just means the world to him.